Yeah, so we start the game between Manuel Brasiler against Clement Ducros. So. Here was a lot of this time was a lot of this kind of joseki. I think it's a kind of popular right now for you. I didn't see it for some time. I think it was popular a few years ago, like, I don't know, some years ago, before AI, and it was popular in this case, like this. And with this one, I think you can just play like this, and it should be okay. I think this result, like, this is what I would play all the time as black, without thinking. Yes, I think everyone prepared this, because it was not only in this game, or maybe you just prepared this. I don't know, it was in few games, but this is the easiest solution. And I don't think... I think it's just okay. Probably it's even better for black, because I don't see this move with AI. But even if it's better, it's still an okay result. Like, looks like fine. About this, I'm not really sure. Maybe it's also okay to play like this. This is also might be fine. Like, this is the old way variations, which leads to the similar result. I mean, this should be also okay. This is old variations, but cut, I think, even in a old variation with when A was not with Kema but with B, cut was also questionable move with a lot of variations which was not clear. Now it's, I guess, I'm not even sure it's better. I don't know. But looks like a Joseki. Yeah. I think it should be better for white. White has a good shape. It's not so easy. Like, the Ponuki here in the beginning looks good. Even Tanuki. Also about this, I really want to capture. Don't know, it feels like if you capture, you get... kind of looks like a good exchange. So I would just play immediately here. This, maybe this. This looks better. Okay. Just about this, I mean, this one, I think it's a bit better. I think this exchange helps a bit black, a bit white, but it's still unclear because you have a move like C later with center, so it doesn't really matter that much. Okay. I'm not sure about this. Like, why you want to play it in this case. Maybe it's better to choose something else. Try to... I don't even know, maybe something like this, and try to push few times and then try to pincer. Maybe try to play like this, like an active way. Like this, I don't know. It feels like too easy. Or maybe you should continue and fight. This is also kind of a Joseki, which is complicated, and I'm not sure a lot of people can play this. Maybe like this, then this way it's better. Then you can cut. But I think it's okay also to just play normally. I would just go normal. Or even if you really want, you can just play like this. Without that exchange is also okay. This is fine. Yeah, this one is first questionable move. In this shape, no matter what, we play this one. This move puts some pressure, and also you have a follow-up at A. This follow-up, this move by itself it looks strange. White is alive here, but black should play one. The idea that because of A, the stone at one is always safe. That means that no matter what, white cannot really attack. White will try to pincer, and then you can always aim to have a good shape. But when you have this kind of stone, the follow-ups are like, first of all, you destroy more points, and second of all, follow-up to build the site is more interesting. Here there is no follow-up move to build the site. So maybe it's a good idea to even give that side. I don't know. Maybe it's better to play from this side. Because it cannot be bigger, the shape is strange. About this, I'm not sure. I don't know how to enclose it like this. This looks kind of not efficient, at least. Top side looks big, so that's why I don't like this. Top side looks like there is a good shape, and it feels like black is getting cash. Here, not sure you can kill this. Okay. Way better to extend. I'm not sure when, like you can extend now, maybe. And try to, I would rather play like and not jump. And on this one, try to cut. I think this is the idea how you can play. You need to take center. Or like, not take center, let's say take center and jump at some point. Like this, you put a lot of pressure on the stone at A and it can die. Like now, there is some pressure. So I'm not sure the points on top are really that necessary at the moment. If you just extend, I mean, probably white will push. Maybe now you can play like this. There is no follow-up there. On this one, you cut. So white will extend or jump. And then I don't know what to do for white. I think white just give you cash on top, and that's it. Nothing really special. And that feels not good. Okay. This is good. This is also good. I mean, you invested a lot of points, so you need to be sure you get some result. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe this one is more interesting. Maybe like this you will get more points. Or at least you will be more confident to kill it. Something like this. You give more points, but you're more confident that this will die. Be like this. And like this, I think white is okay. Like this, you give already a lot of points, and if black leaves, this is a problem. And I think black kind of capable to leave. Feels like there is no choice, but that looks sad. If you need to cut, it looks really bad. Like if you need to cut like this, everything is falling apart. I'm trying to find the clear life, but I'm not sure there is. So it's yeah, but now 1, 2, 3. Ah, yeah, you have to play this. This is easy. Okay. And this way, yeah, it's impossible to destroy now. Maybe true. Maybe I was thinking even to live with this one and try to push more. Maybe it's too much. But yeah, probably you just need to live normally with P9. Some semi-ice. Okay. I'm trying to read what happens if white cuts. And I don't know. Maybe it's impossible to cut. Looks difficult to me. This there is another, but I don't know even this one you lose. Yeah. Also, what to do about this? I think this one works. And then this all cuts. I don't know. Yeah, it's like kind of you can connect. So one is kind of clean, but can you kill it? Can you kill the other group? I'm not sure. I mean, this is scary. I also can understand it, but looks like possible. Okay, up to here, probably game is kind of even. Maybe white has some advantage. I'm wondering if this is the biggest move. I really want to play it on top. Like, I don't see how you can enclose this. This looks like terrible shape. Like, yeah, you enclose that one, but there is too many center moves. For example, now you can play something like this, and there is no answer. And it means that it's not that big overall. So, like this. Also, I'm not sure I want to, like, looks too big. Also, you always will get this. So, I don't know how to defend. Maybe I would play something like this, and Kosumi. Try to enclose it like large scale. Maybe like this. Would be my feeling. Or, I don't know, maybe like this. Try to exchange this first, and then try to play some exchanges here, and then try to maybe like this. Try to get some extra exchanges. Now it's not obvious that black can invade deeply. Like this can die, most likely. So like this, you will for sure get it. I don't know if it was the plan, but it looks like dangerous. At least. I'm not even sure who is winning here about the semi, but it looks like never possible to play for white. But there is a lot of moves like Ponukis and other stuff, so I'm not sure. Maybe now it would lead to some exchange. Like this. This looks like a reasonable exchange, but I think black is still happy here. Yeah, this for the game. Maybe also as black you just need to answer. There is no need to kill. I mean, game is kind of over. If it's this exchange, I think just black get more. White have to live with everything, and black get really a lot. Like this, I don't know if it works. Like, in a game, this was a mistake. Like this, it's a core. And I think this is just too complicated. About this core, I don't even know who is winning. This looks like a big core. And if you connect, probably, I mean, it's at least the core like this should be. One. No, like this is dead for white, so we need to play this, and this. Maybe like this it's Seki. Maybe not. Maybe it's just that. Maybe black gets some just Semidori. And then it's okay. Then probably this game is still playable. You get some Semidori, play endgame, and it's okay. But I feel like black loses a chance to play here. And to have kind of more or less easy game like this. Because you live, white is alive. In the previous one, white is just killing black. So this was important. In the game also, white made kind of miscalculation and the group died. Yeah, here. I don't know if it was a plan to play like this. Like if you play A and if your plan is to play afterwards B, then it's okay. If you don't want to go with that fight, then yeah, then you need to find something else. Maybe some moves like here. Also, maybe like this. Then here you can just give up. It's a lot of points. But yeah. Maybe it's better like this. Because in a game. Also, I'm thinking maybe also black could just capture. This is also fine. Afterwards, even if you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's a lot of points. And second of all, this one, I don't know if it's really possible. Yeah, you would damage, but I think this is way better than dying. Like, in the game, I don't know if you could cleanly count this, but if you live with the site and you damage the corner, in the game, I think you're dead as black, and that's the problem. So, yeah, and as white, I mean, corner is already dead. You, after this tiger mouse, I think it's dead, so I think it's not really important how you damage it. The shape is fixed here. So, about this one, I think the most important part was, in the end, it was like not the Joseki on the left, but I think just choosing this side is kind of wrong in this situation. It's like later, as white, it forces you to make really difficult decision about this stone. This is difficult. And the second one was for black just to extend here. I think white will have a really difficult timing to do something about this. I think this is two main important things. And the other stuff was maybe some technical stuff. I think that for white was the most important technical issue was here with this attack. Like maybe you have to get even more moves in order to attack. Because you invested and you didn't kill us white, and that's usually it's the bad side. Like it's very difficult to predict can you kill or not, but I'm pretty sure if you're already going for this kill, you need to try to go with maximum. I think like this you will get way more center moves, or like this and cut and something like this looks way more promising. Yeah, I think with this one that's all. Do you have some questions about this game? Okay, so then let's move to the next one. Okay. Send a next link. So, next one is the game between Emmanuel Faubry against Aldo Moscatelli. Okay. It looks interesting. This is good. I think for both players, this all stuff is good. And here, even this looks like an AI move afterwards, but I think you have to continue. We never play B and just stop. I think we always continue. And here, I think it's a good idea to continue like this. And then maybe, I'm not sure, maybe it's a good idea to double honey, like this and connect. This looks like a usual way. And this looks not bad. You play from weak group, make white weak group a bit stronger, but your group also becomes like kind of stronger. So this is fine. But just ignoring, I would be so happy to play white here. I think this is like really good. From shape point of view, it's like, of course, like this is not optimal move, but this exchange is terrible. So yeah. Also about this exchange, I don't know if you need it. This A for B at this point. You create another group. Maybe it's not necessary. Maybe it's just easier to skip it. Yeah, this looks good for white. Okay. Maybe it's a good idea to even push further. I don't know, something like this should be fine. Maybe even like this, because maybe just defending looks better. This looks like a decent wall. This way I would be, I don't know about this. I'm not really afraid. I think this is strange move. Maybe just better to play like this even. To build a shape, build ice, and I think this is still center. And then afterwards play Keima. And on this one, just invade the corner. I think this is really annoying. If you invade the corner, play here. I'm not sure even this is alive. Like, let's say this is alive, and then we have the fight. It looks difficult fight for white somehow. So I don't know if it's that easy for white to ignore. And then maybe white have to play here or here, I don't know which one. And then you will just play Keima. I think this is the best for black. And this way you just helping white, because white would anyway defend the corner. Okay. I think I would just block. Just block, block, and then defend the corner. I think this looks amazing. I mean, yeah, black is alive, but what cost? Black spending like a lot of moves by defending just 10 points. Like here, this is not a lot. So yeah. And this is after 5, it's a territory. And you can even play maybe more aggressive like this. Yeah. So I think this is also should be, the corner should be dead. Maybe now you can just kill it. So I think this is okay. And this is unnecessary. Yeah, now the problem with corner. Kind of scary. In the game it's died. And maybe now you need to go for a compromise like this. I don't know, maybe this, and this. It's also not perfect, to be honest. I mean, it's alive, but it's not like happy life for white. It's just alive. And this is the price which you pay for kind of blocking and playing this switch. The corner, I think this corner is still better not to touch. It's pretty efficient corner. And maybe it's not bad even to play here, just like this. I mean, this looks like a big move. Maybe not as big as here, because this is like blocking the side, but even it's not even, maybe the same, similar moves, let's say. And this is okay. Maybe here you can cut, so it's fine. I'm not sure, maybe it would be in the anti-A move, not blocking. But just cutting and trying to, like, it just suffers a lot. Maybe you can connect under, maybe it's better by playing some shape, but it's still a problem with this. Everything is falling apart there with the shape. I'm really afraid how to answer. I don't know. It's too many problems. So I think even this is difficult. And this game was pretty fast. I think up to here, game is more or less finished. I'm just wondering, is there a chance with this move? This, let's say we connect this, and this. Is there any chance? I think no. Maybe. This might be the core, some core. I mean, at least they use the hopeless core, you know, like this. But maybe this is the chance. Looks kind of impossible still. Like this is just that. Maybe it's also that like this. Maybe wait. This. Maybe it's same dead. Can we do something else? No, it's still dead. It's looking super dead. Okay, so no chance. Yeah. Well, for sure, if you want to play, you want to connect. You don't want to play this exchange. Maybe this liberty was crucial. And then here already you need to or jump and then try to at least get some, try to live with the group. After this, it's impossible, I would say. So, but let's assume the situation as it is. We died with the group, and there is no real way how to come back if you play normal. So you need to build a moyo. Your best chance to play like this and kill this. This is like best what you can hope for in this game as white. If you play normal Joseki like this, there is no chance. You would play 30 more moves and you would resign. So you need to create some area, force black to invade and try to kill it. This is like some plan. So also this is kind of an area. You need to create a field where black can make mistakes. Like this, the game is simple. Black doesn't need to do anything. Okay, some area. This is good. I think for black, maybe. I think at this point I would play this. Just to give this moyo. I don't think it's ever close on points. About white, I don't know. For white it's difficult. Like, okay, this is exchange. This is okay. I mean, at this point it's still fine. For sure, this is not acceptable at this point. You need to try to enclose like this. Just imagine that, you know, these shapes are pretty bad. This. But you need to always put a pressure. If you will not put a pressure, game is kind of over at this point. So maybe like this, you know, like this, maybe you try to hope to kill it, or it's not that easy. And then you see what black have to escape, maybe make some exchanges. Look, still, this left is alive, I don't know. Maybe even more severe, maybe some Keima, or maybe this Keima. Try to even prepare that. And this is not easy to kill, to be honest. All this group. But like this is for sure over. Like now I don't see even maybe like this and try to get some exchange. It's still maybe some theoretical chance you can make it complicated. Maybe not, but I mean better like this than in a game. In a game it's just kind of we continue. I think now black can just connect. And that's it. There is no more interesting part. In the end, white gets something, but I think this is just way not enough. This is cannot be accepted. Like this is just everything is alive and that's it. And I think this is would be okay in the reality where black is alive. Yeah. Connect. Okay, black is alive. So I think this would be acceptable in a reality where you are behind by a bit. But in this case, you need to really go something crazy. Like this was fine. Maybe even earlier to kill, but it's not so easy. I don't know, maybe play something like this, try to reinforce somehow. It would be a cut and then go with kill like this. I think Maybe. It's like, can be possible, but the chances are like 5%, but I don't think you should get more also. So not easy. For black, I would for sure defend it here. And then play something like this. I mean, if you want to capture 2 stones, it's not even captured, so there is no even problems. Everything is connected. Yeah, maybe it's not optimal play, but as white, I want to resign at this point. There's nothing to do. Yeah, I think for this game, that's kind of all. This was a big blunder, and afterwards, I think just for general knowledge, I think it's good to know that if you choose between A and B, A is the AI move somehow. Like this is AI option. But if you choose between A and B, B is 0.2 worse in even board. But when if we choose between these two moves, B is aggressive version of this move, A is a very simple version, whereas the game would be super simple for both. It creates alive groups. B creates a lot of uncertain position, which is kind of a goal. So this is the idea. And I think if you're behind, you always need to play B. If you're ahead, you always need to aim to play A. Because when you're ahead, like you want to make everything stable. If you're behind, you want to, again, make everything unstable. This is global thinking. Okay, do you have questions maybe about this game? Okay, let's go to the next one then. So, next game is Clement Ducros against Aldo Moscatelli. So, yeah, again this. And I think this is good for white. So this is a simple solution with this. I would say it's not a trick play, but some Joseki, which is not popular. And then another variation which we saw, which is also okay. Okay, this is fine. This is not bad. But there is no point to leave it now. I think now you can get something like this. And I feel like you need to continue already to play this Moyo. I don't think there is a time to play on top. Even like this, the shape is okay on the bottom. But you can even try to skip the move and try to play efficient. And I'm afraid that playing elsewhere, then maybe you don't need to do this exchange at all. Maybe now this would be okay, because now on this one you have some options. Maybe you don't want to go with 3-4, maybe you want to take the corner, or you want to play here. I don't know. I would go here. I mean, there is really bad shape with this. It's 3-space extension. But I'm planning to play like here. I don't really plan to block this. I plan kind of to attack this stone. I think here, this one is also really a problem. Maybe it can live inside, which is a big really problem later. Okay, cut. Okay. There is another cut with this. It can also work. This. there is this one a problem, but I don't know. I don't know if 8 is really necessary. Maybe if it's necessary, then it's okay. If it's not, then the position is really crazy at this point. But okay, let's go with this cut. Maybe it's just better. So okay. I'm just thinking, if you are already cannot kill it, I'm not sure. Maybe it's dead. Maybe you just need to play here like this, and this. Connect and capture. I think like this it should be dead. So it looks dead. In my eyes it's dead. So I would just go for it. Maybe there is some cool moves which I'm missing, like maybe this and then some cool geta can be possible. I don't know. But looks like it should die. It looks that black should die in the end. Okay, but this is simple variation. Attach, sure. I would play here. Like you have ladders. I think both of the ladders you have. You need to play one of the variations, like this one. Something strange happens. Oh. There is some bug. Yeah, sorry, it's some bug. I just went out from OGS. So I think you need to cut and then maybe play here or here. I don't know, or extend. You have two of the ladders. This is important. Like this is too easy. It was your area and suddenly it's not your area. So you need to use the stones somehow. Also, in this case, there is three groups, A, B, and C. I think that C is the weakest one. So you need to play from C, attack B. So here I would play here. Something like this. Would be the thinking, or maybe even like this. This and then Hane. You need to push to your strong group. Like this, you do vice versa. You push in front of your strong group, and now white is kind of happy here. I think black has problems. Yeah, black get nothing. Black, in order to get some value, you have to defend your groups, and now it feels like kind of painful. Okay. This cut probably is okay. I don't know why you need to do it now. Maybe if I would white, I would just push here. I guess black would defend, and then with center, I would do something. Maybe defend the corner. This would be the easy way for white. White has a lot of territory. Difficult game for black, like this. Okay. Some cash. And at this point, probably white gets some cash, but the more it becomes scary. And now I think black should play or this one or jump. Two of these moves. This cut is never a problem. Like this is pretty bad one. Ladder is always working. This group, I cannot imagine dying. To be honest, I think this is more or less center. And then defending here looks super over concentrated. I think this kind of wasting a move. Here you need to push. And now from this side it's blocked. I think white should just play Keima here, and then anyway you get some points in center, and then game probably is even okay for black. I think it's even better for black now. Now this is also a bit strange. but at least it's in the direction of the center. I think the correct one is here, if you want to play. This is also looks strange. I don't see the point. Like, in my eyes, this is just small to play in this area, especially to connect. It's not as rich. White is alive. I think it's a good idea to play in the corner, to jump. Play like this, for example. This looks okay. But just to take this, now you have to kill it, and this leads to really low percentage chance killing sequence. I think you never kill this kind of groups. Okay. Now it looks more interesting. Maybe it's possible to kill. So just like this, 1, 2, 3. I think this is just it. Like this, you can kill it. Yeah. So this is the idea. I think you missed the chance by just spending too many moves. Like now, the important thing is center. Yeah, and you need to focus on it. And maybe if you lucky to get it like this would be the dream. I think it would be like this, and then you get Hane, most likely, maybe one more Hane. It's kind of blocked from that side, and then you can play there, just with some initiative. Looks okay. In the game, it was still a chance. I think maybe this one was slow. Maybe you need to play something like this. Try to get center here. And then if it's center, something maybe like this, and then try to connect. Still not sure it's alive. Maybe still there is a problem. Maybe like this, because you can create another eye on top. Then it looks alive. But it's still probably a decent chance to kill it. I'm not even sure. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay to even now play this and try to just play endgame and, for example, here, and like this. Maybe it's okay. It's probably still enough. Corner becomes bigger, you will get this. And white has to save the stone. Yeah, I also don't know. It's difficult. Maybe just playing endgame is also okay. Just something like this. And this looks simple way. Maybe this way white has so much cash that this is more proper way to play. Yeah, but trying to leave, I think the leaving is also okay, but just a bit more dangerous. Maybe this way it's better, because Kosumi is center, so this probably gives more chances to live. Yeah, but for black it was good idea to kill, because probably black is behind. Okay, so for this one, I think the most important thing here, like there was a kill on top, but the global important thing is here. It was this cut. Like, this is too easy. If, let's say this area, if it would be, I will just show you. If we have position like this, and then white play 1, and you answer like this is, I would say, unclear exchanges. We don't know if it's good or not. If you already have a lot of stones, it's probably not good exchanges for you as black. So yeah. Also, as white, I'm not sure I would even run with this group. Maybe I would play like this. This, get an extra move, and then take this side. I think this is the good plan for white in this case. This looks like really nice. Yeah. And the second one was to focus on the center. When you build such a nice wall, I think it's really important to try to enclose that area somehow efficiently, to spend more moves. Like if you already have this kind of Moya formation, to try to pay more attention to the shapes to be sure that they were being closed. Yeah. Okay. Do you have some more questions about this game? Okay, so let's go to the next one. So next one is the game between Emmanuel Faubry against Manuel Brasiler. Okay. I don't know. I mean, it's probably fine, but the game becomes super crazy after this. Okay. I think this is probably not good, but I think it should be not good for white. But how to punish it, I'm not sure. I want to cut. Yeah, but it looks dangerous. Looks super weird. I mean, I cannot even find the way how to. I'm pretty sure here you need to cut. This is necessary. And then connect. But what next? And then I want to kind of use this stone and I want to capture something. But I don't know if I can. I mean, maybe like this. Kosumi, or I don't know, maybe Atari first, this and this. And then try to run with the top. This is difficult. This looks like crazy sequences. Maybe this. No, still, I'm not sure how to do it. Looks super weird. So if I'm not confident, which I'm not confident here, I would play here. This is what the solution. I would play like this, and this. Would be my first feeling if I don't have any clear answer, because this is like maximum risk with no clear. I don't know what will happen at all. And if you go for it, you need to have some imagination of what will happen. I think I found the way, or not. It's interesting. What happens if we play just here? Just cut. No, this is a bad exchange. I'm wondering. I want to make the way like this. Maybe like this we can kill, but we cannot really. Yeah, we cannot kill any cow. This is difficult. So yeah, maybe that is just doesn't work. Like this, I think white is good. I'm even wondering why not tiger mouse here. Have a tiger mouse and then 3. Looks good. It's even better. Now black have to capture. It's disaster for black like this. And if black will defend, I mean, even if black will play here and you extend and black have to connect on the first line, it's still pretty bad. I think this is still the same disaster. Afterwards you will cut. Looks really, really bad for black. Yeah, now white, about these exchanges, I'm not sure white can exchange here. Like this, then make a nice shape. I think this is the best what white can do. This one probably, yeah, it's not alive. I think here again, you need to just jump. And black would answer, and then we will have the same, but instead of A, you have a move jump. I don't think, I mean, you can play this, but I don't think it's a good way to play. Maybe now you can get extra move. Something like this. Now the shape is good for white. Okay. This is good. I think it's already... I'm just thinking, is it possible to connect? But probably, well, this is not center, or it is. Yeah, no, it's center. Yeah, so you have to play like this. Okay. This. It looks like game over now. I think it looks like super game over. Okay. No eyes, nothing. Need to be sure you're alive. Yeah. Just connect. This is a cut. This should be alive. Yeah, this is game over. Like this, it's a core. Yeah, like this is some exchange, which probably is even okay for white. I think now it's necessary to exchange this and this to see what is really how we are going to answer this, or at least after you played it, maybe now it's time to exchange. Maybe it will lead to like this, and then you are alive with your group. Is it alive? It's more or less alive, so it's okay. You can take yeah. So I think it's good now. Maybe even just immediately. Maybe even now just to ask first to see how we react, because there is one thing that sometimes you cannot live like this. Sometimes we kill you. Sometimes, and then you need to, if it's like this, then you cannot play live. You have only core, and then maybe you can play elsewhere. For example, you get now you don't need to play at that near that area at all. I think this is center. If it's like this, then you can just live with 5, I guess. This is more or less alive. So I think would be the timing. Like this, you will never probably get a timing to play there. Maybe now, but it's a core. It's now I think it's a quasar only. Okay. There is another option which I want to play as white, to play like this. I want to play like this and capture. I think at this point it's a good idea to just play on points, and I think it should be okay. This corner is huge, and yeah, it feels like black is enclosing Moyo, but the maximum black will enclose is like this. And the corner by itself, like when you're not just destroying points, but destroying and building something, you need to destroy less. And this way, I think it's good. Black have to defend. I don't know, I would probably even play like this. Or here, I don't know. One of these two. This looks normal. This way you invest so much by points in the corner, so I'm not sure this really works. Like these 2 moves. In the end, it's just 2 moves. And the difference in the corners is huge. Okay. It's good. Okay. Yeah, here, if you want to connect, for sure it's better to connect like this if you want to connect. I'm just thinking maybe it's possible to play here. And then just connect here, for example. It's not really a big deal. This is also okay. It's similar at the game, I guess. Okay. But so far, white is doing good. I think white is kind of keeping the distance, so it doesn't look like everything, something will happen. Mhm. This was a good combination. And up to here, I guess everything is fine. Feels like it's really painful combination. Maybe it's better to defend here. There is one thing, maybe like this. There is one thing which you need to remember when you think you're leading. You need to play from the like when you're leading. You need to aim to defend territory, not to destroy. Like when white played here, this was pretty good to ignore, because probably black is behind at this point a bit. So black went for the some exchanges, like you get that, I take this, and then there is a big chance that the result just can be changed like this. So that's why this strategy is good. And for white, I wouldn't give this chance. I think it's good for white to just play some steady move, take your points. Black would defend these points, and then we still have some endgame. I mean, then I would build something here. This is the idea how you play when you are ahead. If you are behind, then of course only this as white. These try to get as much as you can. Okay. Hmm. Probably this one. Yeah, this is not sure it's center. Also, not sure it's necessary. Maybe it's better to just capture these stones. Looks like bigger, but it's very similar moves. Yeah, now black get it. Don't know, again, I want to play something like this. This is the shape, but I don't know if it's really doing something. Maybe a bit more points. Okay. Everything is good. And here, I think this white just lost because of the blunder. I don't know if this move is kind of a blunder or not. It looks really okay. But like it would be okay to just capture this, or maybe be like this and capture. This looks like a simple way to play. I think this is the best. And then black will capture, and then you can still have a center. So I think here just by coincidence it should be like or this way. I mean the way I showed. And yeah, defending here was a mistake, and now now you cannot capture. And this was a big loss. And after here, I think the game was still in white favor. After the probably, I think after this blunder, white was ahead all the time on top. And step by step, black managed to fight back, and also the blunder kind of decided it. The last call, I think, is not important here. So about this game, I think let's go from the beginning. I think here it's about the cut. I don't know, when you should be, when you cut here, you should be confident it works. I think this situation really felt like everything is just falling apart here for black. And I'm starting to think maybe the correct move is here. No. Looks not good, but maybe this is the best you can do. Something like this. And then maybe it works. Didn't think about this. Yeah. But I mean, you need to kind of be sure that there is a variation, that you will not struggle with this. Like if you have to live like in a game, this, and this is terrible. So you need to have some kind of plan B here when you cut. Otherwise, you just go for a compromise, and I'm pretty sure this result is kind of okay. Yeah. And in the end, I think the one more thing which is important, if you are thinking that you are ahead, this is really important. Try to defend your points. Like, of course, there is the biggest move, but difference between these two moves, between A and B, I think it's less than 1 or 2 points. Both are super big. And that it means that if you decide what to do, try to not to take the biggest move, but try to take the move which is defending your territory in favor of destroying the opponent territory. If you have two similar moves, then you can easily defend your advantage, I would say. Yeah, that was kind of all about this game. Do you have some questions here, or we should move on? Okay. So next one. Yeah, this is a game between Clement de Cross and Emmanuel Faubling. This is, I think, was the only game out of 6 that there was a counting. I mean, the other was also counting, but there was not really close. Maybe this was, I don't remember. Yeah. What do we have here? This is something new. Again, I think you should just play this, and this. This was before also a move, like the situation also with the other one. Maybe like this is better. Don't know. Looks like a bit better. About this, I didn't like these variations. I never saw in my life, so cannot really judge. I checked this briefly with AI. It looks okay. I would say it's okay. In my eyes, I would play as white here. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I want to cut this, but I'm not really. I'm kind of afraid of some stuff like Kosumi. I think this is a new move, which, like in empty board, usually this result after Kosumi is good for white. But here it's not empty board. These two stones, and I'm not sure can you play like this or not in this situation, because now maybe it's possible to kind of like maybe white have to play this and then you can at least sacrifice it, or play this and have the situation like this. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. Maybe like this I would play. So I really want to cut to use that two stones. This looks kind of slack for black. I mean, just imagine these two stones are not happy to see this group. If we imagine, I would just make it like this. If we make it like this, I cannot imagine black playing here, here, and jump. It's like this 2-4 looks not good. So that's why I wouldn't go for this Joseki from the first point. Like, I would rather even Tenuki here and just play this. It just looks at least more balanced. Okay. By the way, this Joseki, I'm pretty sure this is not the best. I think you just should build a shape. With this one, I would immediately cut to see just to see the reaction. It's not that easy to answer. Like we cut, and then yeah, you can live in a corner, but the shape in center is not really strong. I think this is just usually good by destroying the shape. Also, you connect your group, so later you have some follow-up. Also, this is a life with 2 points. Yeah, like this. This is not much. Okay. Another general principle which is super important to remember, when you have a stone, this is one lonely stone, and if you want to attack, you never attach on top. I think here I would rather play Kosumi or Keima. I don't know. Keima looks aggressive. Maybe just Kosumi. In order to make a shape. Because this way you just solve the problem for white. This is like now black is only a target, not white. White shape is good. Okay. I mean, it looks like, just imagine we having this, this, and this. This is way better for if we just go with the same variation, it looks way better for black like this. It's unclear what to do at this point for white. Okay. This Kusumi is strange. Probably miscalculation. Just normal move would be here. Yeah, it's also cause it was a problem with a lot of. I mean, like this shape is okay, and I mean you can even fix it. Everything is fine. I think white is really good in this way. This way, just some exchanges which destroy shape for white. Now there is a problem with liberties. The cut appears. This is super severe cut. Yeah, you have to sacrifice something. I'm just wondering what happens if black push. This is not easy to answer. This, and this. I mean, yeah, black didn't capture anything, but you can still continue with the cutting, with this cutting. It's the shape here is terrible. This way, at least, I mean, you captured stones, but white shape is reinforced, and now it's kind of okay. Yeah. Okay. This is good moves. Good moves. Also good. I don't see a point of it right now. I mean, it's sentence, but I don't know if it's good to make exchange that. Okay, this is fine. This also looks good in this position, but I think this one also would be okay. Just on this, you need to kill it like here, so this is okay. Like here, it's difficult to play more aggressive, but I think I would still go like this. I think it's nice to exchange this. This is not that easy still to solve. I mean, maybe black would play here, you would play this, black could capture, and then it would be some kind of exchange. I think something like this can happen. Like this, just too simple. And this cut was good with Kosumi. Now I think that big group on top really suffering. I mean, I would think it's dead. Okay. Would be my bet, but I think maybe I'm wrong. I really want to play here and try to do something. I don't know if it works. Maybe it's just a dream again. Yeah, looks like a dream. I have to extend. Like here, I think you need to play this and then just connect. You don't need to play this. You anyway want to connect, so I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, it looks good for black. Even now. Have to capture. I really wanted to cut somehow, so I don't know. It feels like you should do something about it. But it's not clear. I'm thinking about just direct cut. Maybe it's possible. It's not really easy to answer. Like at that point, this is not, there is no timing for 4. So you need to answer right now, and I don't see an answer. Maybe like this, but is it really working? I mean, then you can sacrifice it already with more or less okay shape. There is still probably this. I think I would be okay with sacrificing this and then capturing that. Just living with this group is not easy when black played first. Also here, there is a cool move like this. This is a Tesuji and it's really difficult to answer. Like you play here, and then for example, I think you can even play this. It would lead to something like this. And then the group is almost alive. It's very difficult to resist this move. Maybe like this, but I somehow I feel that this is too dangerous. Maybe like this and this. And this is one of the standard Tesuji, so I think black also should answer there. In the game you didn't use it, and I think it might be a problem. Yeah, now white get it. So up to here, everyone is alive, and we need to count points. And the game, this game was kind of close. I remember. Yes. Okay. This is good. Yeah, about this, I think this is clearly its center, but you should use this center first. Because if now we answer, then this is for sure center. If you answer like this, then you can play later monkey jump here. So this is the order stuff. Now it's not center anymore. Before it was. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe there is a bigger moves. Not even sure. Maybe not. Somehow 6 or 7 points. It's a difficult endgame here. Yeah, this one was for sure a mistake. I think white should play here and then white wins. But in the end it was... So can you ignore this one? Maybe? I think you can ignore this. You can just play here. This is just a call for 10 points, which means each move... I mean, first of all, white I think has more cost rates, and that's just the reason. I would bet that white will win this. So I think it should be okay. Now game becomes super close, and I think black is winning like this. Yeah, it was a half pointer. Also here, super strange to see this starting from this move. You always want to start from this, and I don't see a point why not connecting here and playing like this. It's just, it looks like it's just, if you connect, there is nothing, and just white kind of destroy. You know, you can imagine this is center, white destroy 1 point, and you get even more. So this is very strange. Also, by core, you invest more, and maybe, I'm not sure, maybe now black can even capture, and it would be still okay, because now black has center. So investing a move there, that might be a problem. And then there was a core, and there was one more small quadrat. It was here, this one. Yeah, it's a half point game, yeah. And if you capture, it's okay. If you capture at this point, this was the last chance. This, this, and connect. Or we play like this. Is there something? There is nothing. This is just a life, so it's not a problem. Yeah, but it's not that easy. I mean, before it was half pointer. So this call kind of worked out. I think idea of playing this move was good. Just to force your opponent to play some crazy call, this is amazing. I mean, it didn't work out, happens, but the idea when you're losing to do stuff like this is good. And yeah, and black should just also avoid it, because it looks not like, it looks not necessary. Okay, what I want to say about this game. I think there is one thing which is important, like first thing, which is important when you choose a Joseki, just think what happens after Joseki. And do the stones works good together? For example, let's switch it vice versa. Would you ever play the stones with the triangles in this position? If not, it's way better to even play Tenuki. AI very often play like this and play just elsewhere, completely elsewhere. And then we have some exchange, and now maybe these two stones in a decent places, in way better places than it was in the previous Joseki. So you can just imagine in your head how does it work, and then try to see about the position. If you happy with the follow-up stones that you already have, just imagine, would you ever play it if you played this Joseki first, let's say? Switch the order. Is it like good move in that Joseki? And then you can see, do you want to go for it? Or yeah, or it's you always need to remember, we don't need to follow the Joseki. At this point, you have at least 10 moves, which are not bad. And one of those is like some Joseki in the corner. But if you go to the Joseki, it doesn't mean that each move is forced. You can for sure play something other position, which would be okay. Like here, I don't know. I think even this would be fine in this case. This is never a Joseki, but in this case, why not? And that's the idea. You need to kind of combine. Like usually this is bad, but with these two stones, why not? I mean, I might be happy with it. And the other thing which is super important is not attaching the stones. Like when the stone is alone, white goal is to attach. White has a weaker stone, so white should attach in the end, not black. I think here it should be something like maybe this, and then white defense. It should be something like this. Or I don't know how to build the shape, maybe like this. This should be the sequence. White should kind of attach. Maybe even for white, it's not really good idea to attach. That black is not so strong. Maybe white, I don't know, play like this, and then you attack the other group. This looks like a decent fight. But was attaching, I think, kind of white get momentum here in this fight. And then just playing, like, I think here, this is looks like innocent moves, but it feel like these moves just lose the game. Overall, the shape becomes really bad, and white kind of lose center, and maybe white should reinforce somehow. But this looks really, really bad, whatever I see. So I think this just normal move would be okay. This is most important for white in this game. Okay. With this, that's all. Do you have questions? Okay, let's go to the next one. This is the last game for today. Game between Manuel Brasiler against Aldo Moscatelli. Okay. Yeah, usually after this we play like this. This is a Joseki. There's this and this. Connection is a bit worse, I would say. Also, I think you should play like here still. This or jump. Yeah, I think it should be like this. But what I'm pretty sure this, like in this position, very rarely, I think I can see this not one time, but this is very often, this block is huge. And playing this area is big. Just if it's center, it's good. If it's like this is amazing. If it's not, you at least you create group is alive, and this is good. I can show you example where it's more clear. For example, in this one, let's say we play Tenuki, and then in this cut, never you play 11. This is too big. And this is very similar idea. You need to push twice. This block is really big. And it's especially when this group is not alive yet. I mean, if it would be alive, it would be just points. It's not that important. But as far as not alive, I think it's super important to block here. Okay. And for black, of course, it's important to push. I mean, to push and then play something. It's okay. I don't think this block really doing something. Yeah, I think the block is not good here. There is no point of blocking. There is not so much agi in the corner, so I would rather maybe jump here. Just like this. Just create another group. Like just cutting, you don't get anything from it. And it's not like this stone is in danger. This is never a territory. This stone will be okay. I think white will be even under attack here. Yeah. It feels like white is attacking, but black can just run away. Yeah. And in the end, it's not like white is attacking. White is under attack. This is good. About this now it might be okay, because like usually I wouldn't go for it. But I think if you can kill the right side, it's okay. And I think right side is close to that here. I would say it's just that. Maybe now it's... I don't know what's wrong with this one. This looks just dead. I mean, like this. It looks completely dead. Yeah, like this. I don't know, maybe it's still dead like this. It also looks completely dead. Yeah. I mean, probably still pretty good for black, but I think you need to escape. I think here is important to escape. And if we go from the starting position, white is trying to attack. And in the end, white survived. I mean, white didn't die, but survived. And now white has one group, another group, and third group. Group C is almost dead in this situation. You need to be sure not to die with anything. And then black's position is pretty good if you play one. Now you create more groups. Now the problem with A is appears, and then it's a bit more complicated. You have to leave, which is now the group is still not even sure it's alive, or it's alive, but white get a lot of center moves, and now it becomes a bit more difficult. Maybe here just capturing these stones would be okay, but maybe even just playing here would be fine. This or playing on top also okay. Yeah, maybe this one. This is good. Don't really want to touch that cuts. If again, if I see the variation works clearly, I would go, but I don't see this. This is difficult position. And then you go, you make a lot of exchanges, which is bad. Like this is pretty bad exchange. You lose the option to play C in future. And if it works, it's good. But in the game, it didn't work. Like black gets kind of, I would say, almost nothing from it. Yeah, you just, in the end, you still play in Sansan. You lived in the corner, but now this group is more like a weak group, even though it's Ponuki. And I think you lose something here. This schema is good. This looks questionable, at least. Maybe it's the best you can do, I don't know. That is moves like this may be cut. Maybe this you can try. I don't know how good it works or not. It can work somehow. Be like this and try to get some center moves. Just don't know. Is it better? It's difficult to say. Very similar, so it's okay. Yeah, and here I think up to here there is some cut, and I think at this point if black would play something like this, the position is okay. I don't know if black is winning. Maybe it's close. I mean, it's close in a range of like Komi, I think. If you answer like this, we jump. I mean, it should be fine. And then, yeah, just play endgame. Just maybe connect. I think like this is okay. But creating the third group after the cut, this is unnecessary. Like now, it feels like if white can cut everything, it's just falling apart. And also this stuff is not also connected. It's just too many stuff you need to care about. And I think this is too much. Now you just by making life with each group, you make white position stronger. And now there is a lot of problems with that. I think, is this necessary? Can't we leave? I mean, like this. And this, or something. I don't know. I feel like this is not necessary to play there. It's just two stones. In center, yeah, in center two stones. I think it's you can skip that. Yeah, but okay. Now you have to do something as black to try to find a way. And it looks like a success, but in the end it didn't work out. Yeah, and then another try. Yeah, and here it worked out. Like as black, I think this is a good idea to try something. I mean, you count points, not enough, you try something. This is good. I would do it now. I mean, now I would for sure at this point, I would play something. I don't know what, but I would play maybe some Keima and try to get extra by not answering on the top while this group is not alive. This is would be my thinking how to come back in this game. Especially it's not even sent on top. You can still give up 2 stones at any time. I think it's super alive. Like this, you just answer, this you leave. On this, you just make 2 eyes somehow. I think like this. Super alive. So that's why at the point, like, I don't think white have a timing to play there. If white wants to do it, then we can go with some tricky exchanges. So yeah, and that's the way how you can try to come back in here. I think the idea of trying to do this is fine, and then also this one is okay. Try to do something. Also for white, to go with this is unnecessary. Like here, before this going on the core, there was a core here, like really huge core. You need to be sure. First of all, you need to know what is who is winning this game. And even if you are on Biomi, which I'm not sure, you think at this point in these games you have a lot of time. I think it's just okay to play like this and to win the game. It's like necessary before the decision to know what is the status, if you are winning or not. If you are winning, I wouldn't even go for that call, even if it works. 1 minute per move, or it's a fisher. Not, yeah. You know, it's if it's a fisher, then at least it's not important at this stage. I think it's important to know overall if you're winning or not. And then if you know that you're winning, I wouldn't even spend my time to think about A. I would just play super boring moves. I mean, I would play like this, I would push, I would play like this, and I will not even think about that. And for white, you need to, like, this is another thing, how to win the game, which you are ahead. Here, white is ahead. And I'm pretty sure to go with this core, this is unnecessary. Even if you have more cost rates, even if you count that, it's way easier to count points. It's faster also. And then if you know that you're winning by, I think here is like 10 points or so, maybe closer, but it's still possible to count. I think during the game, not like when you have 20 seconds, let's say, but in Fisher time, you have a bit more time. You can kind of find a way to count it. And in this position, yeah, it feels like this score. I mean, there was a solution in the end. I think after this cost rate, you can exchange this. And then after that, you have this. Now you have cost rates to kill a corner, I guess. Yeah, like this. So in the end, you have cost rates, so you can solve it. But this is such a big headache and such a big problems just quite created for himself in the end when it's not necessary. I think it's super important to understand that you're winning and don't go for extra provocation. Yeah, I think for this game this is like the most important part. Yeah, do you have question about the game, maybe this? Okay, cool. So that's all for today. Thanks everyone for joining. Yeah, and see you next time.